All right, man. Shalom, man. Uh, it was put on my heart to do this quick little video, real quick. I'm gonna try to be under 10 minutes because I know people's attention span is short. But we're gonna call this one the blueprint, man. All right. So get your pen and paper and get your Bible. Follow along, okay? We're gonna go to Deuteronomy 4. All right. Deuteronomy 4, okay? Give you a few seconds to get a pen and a Bible and a piece of paper and notebook. Okay. All right. Pause it if you have to. Go get your pen and paper. All right. Let's jump into it now. We're in Deuteronomy 4. All right. Now it says, "Now hearken." All right. What is the word hearken? The Hebrew word for hearken, the Strong's H8085, and it's the Hebrew word shema. All right. It means to hear intelligently. All right. Be careful. Listen carefully. Okay. All right. It says, now therefore hearken, O Yisra'EL, unto the statutes and into the judgments which I teach you. All right. So statutes, the Hebrew Strong's concordant word for statutes, H2706, and it's choke, and it's an enactment, okay, an appointment, labor or usage, appointed, bound, a commandment. So a law, a judgment, a statute, and a commandment, they're all the same, really. Statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you. See? Okay. Now, it says that I teach you for to do them that ye may live and go in and possess the land which Yahuwah Elohim of your fathers give it you. Okay, so this is Moses talking to the children of Israel before they went into the land of Israel. Okay, remember, it's called the blueprint. Now watch this. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish it. What is it to add to the word? Add to the scriptures. You adding names, you're adding words, you're adding doctrine. All right, that's what this is. He said, "Do not." He said, "You shall not add." All right. So, do you think men have already done that? Yeah, pretty sure they done. All right. That's why we got a colonized Bible. Yeah, we speak English, but it's some words that's written in English. The Hebrew don't even have a some words in English can't explain the Hebraic definition of it, so they just place words in some spots. Okay, he said, "You shall not add unto the word which I command. You shall neither diminish from it." So don't add to it, or don't take away from it. He said, "You should not diminish from it, that ye may keep the commandments of Yahuwah your El, which I command you." All right. He said, "Your eyes have seen what Yahuwah did because of Baal Peor. For all men that follow Baal Peor, Yahuwah Da'el have destroyed them from among you." Okay. So I believe Baal Peor was an idol. Yep. Baal Peor was a Moabitish deity. Okay. So now this is the main problem with the people right now today, right? Idolatry. All right, that's the biggest thing. Right? You walk in churches right now, it's idols and crosses and pictures, false images up and everything. All right. So he already said don't make no images of him or anything or any likeness or anything. All right. So look, check it out. Blueprint. Remember that. Keep that in mind. What verse am I on? Verse 4. He said, "Your eyes have seen what Yahuwah did because of Baal Peor, the Moabitist deity. For all men that have followed Baal Peor, Yahuwah had destroyed them from among you. All right, so we know that the Most High will destroy people because of idolatry. Okay. All right, what verse am I on? Verse 4. He said, ye that cleave unto Yahuwah your El are alive. See? Every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes, judgments. We know those are laws, right? Even as Yahuwah, even as, where am I at? Yeah, even as Yahuwah, my God commanded me. My God commanded me. So this is Moses talking to the children of Yisra'EL. He says that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep, therefore, and do. You're talking about the laws, right? Do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of nations. See, this is the keeping the law and the Torah is supposed to be the children of Yisrael knowledge and sight in front of all nations. Like, cause I've talking to people in person, and not the smartest guy in the world, but the knowledge of the Most High will make you seem as if you're just the brightest person in the world, right? And people get offended, like like you're talking, you're belittling them, but you're not, right? You just thus says Yahuwah, right? You're speaking the word, It's a change of heart with the Most High. You have to circumcise your heart, right? Where am I? Verse 7, it says, for what nation is there so great, who had Elohim so near unto them, as Yahuwah our God, our El, is in all things that we call upon him for, right? He said he knows everything that we want before we ask him, right? We just need to do what the Most High asks us to do, is stay away from idols, love thy brother, basically the 10 Commandments, right? Because the 10 Commandments is a glossary of the rest of the commandments, all right? Now check this out. Verse 8, it says, and what nation is there so great that had statutes and judgments so righteous, see, as all this law. See, the law is righteous, all right? Yeah, righteousness don't only come by the law, but the law teaches you how to walk in the path of righteousness. Because we know now, through this faith of through the coming of the Son Yahusha, faith with works. Your works are showing that you trying to keep these commandments, and the faith and the works is trying to keep these laws and commandments to the best of your ability, and the faith is the Son. See, they go hand in hand. Faith without works. That the brother Yahochanan. No, not John, but James. His colonized name is James. His Hebraic name is Yaakov. Okay. All right. He says, verse 8, and what nation is so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous as in all this law which I have set before you this day. All right. People think that they can't keep the commandments. Man, you can keep them. Like, they're not grievous. The laws are not grievous. You can keep them. You got to at least try. All right. Verse 9. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen. See? Unless they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them to who? Thy sons and thy sons' sons. Right? So we're supposed to be teaching this law and these scripts to our kids, our children. Right? Me and I've been so busy, it's been slacking on Bible study, but I'm doing a video now, and we just did a little quick study on the pagan day of Saturnalia, Christmas. Right? So the Most High know you. People say God know my heart. Yeah, he does. And he searched your heart, and he really know what's in your heart. You can say whatever you want out of your mouth, but he sees who's trying and who's not. Okay, verse 10. Especially the day that thou stoodest before Yisra'EL in Horeb, when Yahuwah said unto me, gather me people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days, that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. All right. So that's a precept to train up the child in the way it should go. Right. That's what we're supposed to be training our children up to do. Right. To love one another, teach them Torah. Right. So the laws of God are not done away. They're not done away. Because if they are, then that means we can rob, steal, kill, murder, and there's no consequences. Right. Sin is the transgression of the law. Therefore, sin is still here. Therefore, the law still stands. Verse 11. And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. Verse 12. And Yahuwah spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. You heard, he talking to Moses, the voice of the words, but saw no similitude. Only you heard a voice. And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even the 10 commandments. And he wrote them upon what? 2 tables of stone. When I'm at the 11-minute mark, but I still got a little bit more to go. Hopefully you stay in tune and getting this blueprint, because this is basically the blueprint, all right, to how to live longevity and how to live righteous, all right. Verse 15, take ye therefore good heed to yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day Yahuwah spake unto you into Horeb, out of the midst of the fire, lest ye corrupt yourselves, and make you look, what is it to corrupt yourself? All right, the Hebrew word for corrupt is shakat, shakchat, all right, shakchat. And it's a prime root to decay, right? Ruin, batter, cast off, corrupt, destroy. Okay? Spill, spoil, perish. All right? So guess what? Guess what idols do? They destroy us. All right? Because it's sin anyway, and the Most High hates it. And it's sin is like a credit card. You do it now and you pay for it later. You're gonna have to pay for it, all right? Just because a ball of fire don't come down out of the sky and consume you, that don't mean you're getting away with nothing, all right? Okay, verse 16 say, you talking about the idols, all right? He said, for you saw no manner of similitude on the day. So he telling Moses, man, when I presented myself to you, you seen no image, no similitude, you seen nothing. You just heard a voice. All right, because that's how man is. Man like to make images and sit it on their tables and sit it on their nightstands and say they stay God. Okay? Children of Israel did that when the Most High brought them out of Egypt. He brought them out of Egypt, and they made a golden calf, and they was like, this what brought us out of Egypt. Right? That kindled a fire in the Most High, man. He's jealous. Right? Look. Verse 17. He said, look. I'm going to read 16 again. Verse 16. He said, lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female. There you go right there. He said, don't make no likeness of a male or female. So any type of image of anything that's a male or female, he said he's against it. He said it's idolatry. Right? He said don't make it. All right? So pictures of Caesar Bunger and white Jesus hanging on people's walls, idols, angels, baby angels, and all that, man, it's an abomination to him. All right? So this is the blueprint on how to live. Okay? Verse 17, he said the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that fly it in the air. Okay, so now the dove, right? You ever seen people with the dove and all that? I've walked in churches and seen doves. All right, so that's out right there. He just said right there, don't make no images of any winged fowl that fly it in the air, okay? Or any beast, okay? Verse 18, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish. All right, so that's the little Jesus fish that be on back of people's cars. That's out. Okay. I'm at the 15-minute mark. Hopefully I can try to make this be done in the next 5 minutes. Okay, look. It says, yeah, verse 18, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. Unless thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, here you go. And when thou seest the sun, don't people worship the sun? Yep. He said, and thou see the sun, the moon, and the stars, and all the hosts of heaven shouldest be driven to worship them and to serve them, which Yahuwah Elohim had divided into all nations under the whole heaven. He said he made, in Genesis, he made the sun, the moon, and the stars for a light, right? For the sun for a light, the greater light for the day, the moon for the lesser light for the night. He said he didn't make it to be worshipped. But what people go and do? Worship the moon, stars, and the sun, right? I think in the book of Romans it says that man go and create. They worship the creation of the Creator, right? He's jealous. That you don't think that ticks him off, right? The blueprint. Check it out. He says, verse 20, he says, but Yahuwah had taken you and brought you far out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people. Okay? Where I'm at? 20. Yeah, to be unto him a people, right? Of inheritance, as ye are this day, all right? So when people say they are the children of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, they're not saying nothing else but they're the Most High have chosen. He chose them. Don't get mad at people that's saying who they are. Get mad at the Most High, right? Because he chose a people. Okay? Verse, what is that? Verse 21, furthermore, Yahuwah was angry with me for your sake. This is Moses talking to the children of Israel, and swear, and I should not go over Jordan, and that I should not go into that good land which Yahuwah have given thee for an inheritance. But I must die. See, he's saying he must die. So, Moses died on the other side of Jordan. He said, I must die in this land. I must not go over Jordan, but ye shall go over and possess the good land. Take heed unto yourselves lest ye forget the covenant. Right? Now see, this is the most important thing. Forgetting the covenant. Right? Forgetting the covenant is what got a lot of people in the situation that they're in today. Okay? We got to come back to the covenant, man. He says, take heed unto yourselves lest ye forget the covenant of Yahuwah Yisra'EL, which he made with you and make, he said, and make you, and make, he said with you, and make you a graven image or a likeness of anything that which Yahuwah have forbidden thee, man. All right, you got any type of, look, crosses, a cross is an idol too, right? Because a cross is wood and stone, right? It's an idol. It's in people's house. People wear it on their neck. That baffles me, man. It's like when they had an image of the little Jesus piece and the cross, man. Look, the Most High just said he giving you the blueprint on how to live, right? Just because people think, people's situations change all the time, all right? Just because you think you up right now, you can fall flat on your face, right? Grace, that's the beauty of grace, man. Okay, it says, so it's time to get right and drop these idols, man, and come back to the Most High and drop religion and get in the Torah for yourself. Yeah, it's good to watch people like like you probably watching me now and giving reading the word to you and all that. But follow along, right? You follow along so you can make sure ain't nobody giving you, saying what's not in the book, right? Because the scripture says, study to show yourself approved, man, unto God, unto Elohim, right? All right. Where am I at? I'm at the 19-20 minute mark. Okay. Verse 24, it says, for Yahuwah thy El is a consuming fire, man, even a jealous El. All right? So when you wearing crosses and Jesus pieces on your neck and tattoos, crosses and all that, look, man, the Most High is merciful and he's forgiving. All right? So you can't come to him unless you flee from idolatry and turn away from it. He will forgive you. That's the beauty of grace, right? Okay. But you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And like you say, he's a consuming fire, man. And then next thing you know, oh, boom, 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 boom. He take his hand off of you, his covering, and all this stuff happening to you. Verse 25, he says, when thou shalt beget children and children's children, and she have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves. How do you corrupt yourselves? Not keeping the covenant. Idolatry. Right? Not loving your brother, committing adultery, all this, man. All right? He says, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves and make an engraven image or a likeness or anything, and shall do evil in the sight of Yahuwah thy El to provoke me to anger, man. I call heaven and earth. See? He made a covenant. The covenant say, what he say? I call heaven and earth to a witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land, whether ye go unto Jordan to possess it. It shall not prolong your days upon it, but ye shall utterly be destroyed. Now, the children of Israel are scattered all around the world today. So you think we kept the covenant? No. That's why we in America today, and our people in Jamaica and Bahamas and everywhere else, Cuba, Mexico, we everywhere. Okay? So look, check it out. Verse 21. Verse 27. And Yahuwah shall scatter you, here you go, among all nations, among the nations. And ye shall be left few in numbers among the heathen, whither Yahuwah shall lead you. All right, you notice how they try to say we the minority. We really not the minorities, but we minorities in every country because they're killing us, they poisoning us, or they killing our babies. Right? We few in number. Okay? Verse 27, we'll read that again. And Yahuwah shall scatter you among the nations. See, that prophecy already happened. We already scattered. We was scattered then, we scattered today. But guess what? He's going to gather us too also. And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen. What is a heathen? It's just another name for other nations. Whither Yahuwah shall lead you. And guess what? Ye shall serve gods. He already told us. So he said we was going to be serving other gods. What is that? Religion. Right? But guess what? He's calling us out. Right? He's merciful. He's calling us out. Come back to the covenant. Watch this. And ye shall serve other gods, the work of men's hands. Right? Wood and stone, which neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. Right? The cross. The statues of Mary and the cobblestone. Buddha, all that, Negroes, the Israelites are in every religion under the sun, man. This is proven fact. We in religions that I didn't even think we would be in, okay? But the word is true and it sticks and it stands, right? He said we're going to be in every religion under the sun. And there, what? He said you shall serve, verse 28, you shall serve gods, the works of men's hand, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. But guess what? It's good news. But if from thence thou shalt seek Yahuwah thy El, thou shalt find him. If thou seek, see, that's the thing. We have to seek, right? We can't just go and let somebody tell us. And yeah, people plant seeds because that's all I do. I plant seeds, but in order for that seed to grow, you have to want it, right? You have to seek yourself, right? Because everybody, when I first got into the knowledge of what I know now, I was learning myself. I was watching people and learning and studying. That's how you grow in the spirit. Okay, I'm almost done. He said, thou shalt find him, right? I'm going to read 29 over, but if from thence, look, he said that we was going to be in religion, serving other gods. But guess what? Verse 29 said, if you seek him, he's going to bring you out. But if from thence thou shalt seek Yahuwah thy El, thou shalt find him. If thou seek, that's the key word. Here's the blueprint. If thou seek him with all thy heart, see that? And with all thy soul. You can't be less, you got to be serious about this. All right. It says, when thou art in tribulation, what's tribulation? Stress, man. All right. Tribulation. Yeah. Tribulation is distress, troubles, man, affliction, man. It's the Hebrew word, it's the Hebrew Strong's H6862, and it's tsar. And it's tsar, okay? All right. So what is he saying? Verse 30, when thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days. You see that? This ain't just right. This ain't just in this time. He say in the latter days. If thou turn to Yisra'EL and shall be obedient unto his voice, what? Didn't he say in the very first verse, hearken, hark Shema, listen to me, right? Listen to my covenant, listen to my law, right? This is why it's important to stay in the Torah, right? So you would know what he wants from you and what he don't want, right? All right. Where am I? Verse 31. He said, for Yisra'EL is a merciful El. He will not forsake you, all right? He won't forsake you or me. We have to seek him though, okay? Now watch this. He will not seek thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers which swear unto him. You see that? So that's the blueprint, man. He don't want to destroy us, all right? So, man, that's been my time, man. Let's come back to the covenant. Hope somebody was writing down the pen and pad, had their Bible following along. I read Deuteronomy 4, 1 through 30. All right, man, that's been my time. I say shalom, peace and blessings, and may Yahuwah be with you. I'm out.